going on, guys? I hope you're having a great day out there. Man, the dandelions are strong up here. But guys, we've come out with the airplanes again. I know not many of you on my channel here watch the airplane stuff I do, but those of you that do, I appreciate it. But guys, we brought out the STS Apprentice and also, of course, the Carbon Cub. And I've been talking to some people, trying to get some pointers on helping me land this thing a lot better, because I got so used to landing the Apprentice, and this thing is a breeze to land. Super easy to land. But I've been getting some ideas and some info on landing this thing, because the Cub, you got to land faster. If you come in too slow, like if any of you guys have watched the videos before, you come in too slow on this thing, she pretty much just falls out of the sky at the last like 3-4 feet off the ground. So I got some tips on hopefully landing that thing better. But I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I've been trying to look around, and honestly, I didn't prepare a ton for this, but the plan is to mount the GoPro somehow on top of the plane here. I definitely want to get it on top here. I'm trying to find a balance point, because obviously that's important, not to make this thing too front or rear heavy. So I'm going to try and find a good middle ground here and get this thing bungeed up there or rubber banded up there, maybe taped down. Hopefully it doesn't fall off mid-sky. That might make for a good video. But we're going to try to get some cool aerial footage of just cruising around up here a little bit. And I'll get some footage here on the ground for any of you guys, enjoy the airplane stuff. Been really having fun. It's a beautiful day out here. Every time I usually come up here, I know this intro is getting long-winded, but usually the wind is blowing like crazy. It's actually not bad today. So hopefully I'm not fighting the wind too much, guys. But we're going to have a little fun with the airplane. So stay tuned, everybody. All right, well, we're going to take her up here and get a first little run, first battery pack here, get comfortable with the plane, and then plan on putting the camera on it and seeing what happens. And there she goes. This thing just flies so nicely. Right now, it is in the safe mode, where it won't let you bank so far and do all that. If you guys can see this, hopefully. I know it's clear skies out today, but you can still do quite a bit of turning even in the safe mode on this plane. Thing has just been, I've just thoroughly enjoyed flying this thing. It's just fun. It's not super fast or anything, but it is just such a fun, controllable, nice to fly. But one of my favorites. I only have 3, but it is definitely my favorite up to this point. Hopefully if I get better with the Cub, that plane is definitely faster, and you can do a little more tricks with it. Faster especially, but right now, the Apprentice has just been awesome. I will take her out of safe here, and then you can do some loops and all that good stuff. I've gotten pretty comfortable with this plane with flying it, just a normal mode. Everything reacts obviously a lot faster. Your dives, your turns, all that stuff whenever you got full control. But it's still a very nice plane to even fly like that. Super fun. Also with this, there's another switch on here that can kind of take it where you have very limited, even in safe mode, where you have very limited control, or you got slightly more control. It's the top right switch on the controller, but you can make it so that you have a little more control in safe mode. You can bank a little harder, because as you can see right there, if I take it out, that's as hard as I can bank, and that is basically like the full safe mode right there. Then you flick the switch and you gain a little more banking, and you can kind of maneuver a little bit easier, a little bit quicker. A little concerned with the height of this grass out here and all the dandelions, what it's going to be like to land this thing out here today. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of grass catching this thing, and probably stopping it a little quicker than I want to. But we're going to give it a try here. We're going to take it out. Take it out there a little bit, probably losing sight of it. I know what it's like with the camera. But let's see if we can go ahead and bank this thing down. Dropping the throttle down. Beautiful. Wasn't too bad. Even with the height of the dandelions and the grass and stuff, she still landed nicely. And that's what I mean. This plane is just super forgiving. If you're thinking about getting a plane or learning how to fly, I cannot recommend this STS Apprentice enough. I mean, the thing is just super joy to fly, and you got 3 different modes. So as you get better, you can flick that switch off and gain full control and do barrel rolls and loops and whatever you want. All right, guys. Well, don't laugh at my setup here, but I think it's going to be somewhat stable, and hopefully it won't fly off of here. These are some pretty hefty rubber bands. I'm hoping that it kind of stays in place, but I guess you guys will find out here in a moment. All right, well, now you guys can laugh at my setup. I just got over here. GoPro's still attached to the top, which honestly I'm impressed of. However, the wheels are no longer on the plane. And I thought I seen a nose cone somewhere. Oh, it's right here. So I'm not sure what it hit here. Oh, well, I can see right now. I could not gain altitude. When I took off, I kept trying and throttling up and trying to ease it up in the air. But you can see the wheel came in right here, caught that. That's why the wheel ripped off of it. But I couldn't gain altitude. GoPro's obviously too heavy for this thing. I got to get one of those small little 360 cameras that a lot of guys use. I think if I want to get footage like this, because GoPro's just too heavy for the plane. Obviously, I'm sure some of you out there laughing at me right now. You just try to put a GoPro on a plane. Bigger planes, yes. The Apprentice doesn't really have the lift. Well, it has the lift, but just doesn't have the power, period, to, I think, get the GoPro in the air. I probably only got it like, I don't know, 50 feet, 60 feet off the ground, and that was pretty much the max altitude I can. I tried to ease it down really slowly and bring it around, but the plane had other ideas. I'm just glad I didn't hit any of this or the trees. I mean, you guys look at that. It must have came in right over top of that play area and touched down right here. So it could have been a lot worse. Well, even if the footage was a little short-lived, I think it looked awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed the little onboard. Sorry about the wind. I didn't want to cut out all the wind, but I just toned the volume down on that thing. But, guys, the Apprentice is actually fine. The wheels popped right back on underneath and straightened the wing back up again. It has a few little chips in it here and there. It's got a little few pieces missing out of the tail also. I mean, this plane has been my starter plane and my... the unfortunate one for me to learn how to start flying on. It's getting a few bangs and bruises. At some point, I'll probably just replace and get a whole new one and keep this one for some extra parts once I continue to get better. But this one, I have no problems flying. This one I could take off, do tricks, land great with. It's that one over there, the Cub, which is what I'm going to practice on and run the rest of my batteries out with today. I'm not going to bore you guys with all this stuff. I just wanted to kind of put together a little video today of out here flying and trying to get some onboard footage because I've been wanting to do it. I was hesitant about the GoPro, but I figured out what the heck, give it a try. And honestly, it didn't last as long as I hoped, but I think it looked cool. But yeah, my next course of action, if I want to get some more aerial footage, I'm going to get one of those tiny little GoPro 360s, or I can't remember, I don't know if a GoPro makes them or what, but they stick on the cars. I see a lot of guys on some other channels using them on their cars and stuff like that. I've thought about getting one. I think I'm going to have to break down and do it if I want to get some cool aerial shots of the planes. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video today anyway. Had some fun out here. I'm going to go ahead and continue practicing on the Cub and hopefully get better with that landing with the advice I got from a few other more experienced aircraft guys. So I'm going to go ahead and have a little fun with that, guys. But I hope you enjoyed this video. But that's going to do it. So until next time, y'all be safe. Be careful out there. Peace out, everybody.